But we hadn't really seen it from Rocket. Not going to that to some degree. Season, and Wishing Crash is the best. Of course, that core had to split up to some degree. A core that didn't necessarily have to split up, though, was Sentinels, but that seems to be exactly what is just about to happen. Sassy is reportedly not going to re-sign. Now, we've seen this from leakers over the last couple of weeks now. The likes of Rocket Bullets had it in his spreadsheet and all this type of stuff. But we hadn't really seen it from a more, more prominent journalist, shall we say. But Bruno Povaleri is definitely that tier from the Brazilian scene. He's had multiple, successful career leaks in the past, and that maybe is not going to change here, right? So he says yesterday that, yeah, this is a thing, that Sassy is not going to be re-signing with Sentinels. Now, this can go a couple of different directions. It can either be Sentinels deciding to move on and make a change, because that's part of it, or it's Sassy himself deciding to move on, because it's been a theory for quite some time now that after this season, Sassy might decide to step away from that Sentinels roster, and even as we saw, it was Sadak say that Aspas and Sassy as a duo might well potentially happen. So, it's definitely plausible that occurs after this, and is he going to retire, or if he wants to keep playing, then it's going to have to be somewhere else. That's the latest rumour, and therefore, what do Sentinels do, right? Who do they bring in that role? That is a big question right now.
Blocking sight.
Obviously, and understandably, there's been talk about the likes of Narrate, right? Whether Narrate could come into the roster is a very interesting prospect, absolutely, because we believe he's being linked to 100 Thieves. He is probably being linked to NRG again to some degree, and if Sentinels were to consider Narrate as well, that could be something to think about. But as it stands, it doesn't look like Sentinels are going to keep Sassy around. Where does Sassy go? That's another question. Obviously, Rob Moore also talking about the record they had on the season, what they're planning to do in the off-season, the tournaments they're planning to play in the off-season, and excited to see that, right? Obviously, they mentioned John QT, they mentioned Zellsis in their announcement. Zekken surely isn't going to go anywhere. Tens surely isn't going to go anywhere. The only change they were going to make, if anything, was going to be the Sassy thing. Is that introduced by Sassy? Is that introduced by the organization? That is still a matter for debate, but if we find out more over the coming days, which maybe we will, then we'll be able to reach some further conclusions on where he's going to go, and also what Sentinels are potentially doing. It's probably not going to be this, but Sentinels come out with their own kind of engagement-related tweet. Tarek, Durka, Ares, Inspire, previously Baby J, and the guy, the Gunskin previews. That's going to be their team of 5. But very much into your thoughts in the comments below. Just to add one final bit of detail to this is Zellsis' story on Instagram yesterday after these rumors emerged. This, but Sentinels come out with their own kind of engagement-related tweet. Tarek, Durka, Ares, Inspire, previously Baby J, and the guy, the Gunskin previews. That's going to be their team of 5. But very much into your thoughts in the comments below. Just to add one final bit of detail to this is Zellsis' story on Instagram yesterday after these rumors emerged of, a picture with himself and Sassy with a couple of heart emojis, and that's Sentinels. So, if we didn't think it was plausible before, unless Zellsis is kind of like impression farming here on his story, there's probably a realistic possibility that this is actually going to be coming true. Top 4 at Champs, you might want to consider a change. This was the change that seemed the most likely, but nonetheless still a bit of a shock after the great season they had. But very much into your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Having great video quality and features built in that reduce distraction during a video call are important. It's a way to show people you care, that details matter, and they can trust you. This is my HP Spectre X360.
Blocking sight.